Give me a second. All right, let's continue. So, where are we at? Oh yeah, the ribs. What are the ribs? Can anybody tell me what are the ribs?
The bones at that part of our body.
Yep. It is a part of the body. It is located at the chest. So realistically, let me show you an image of the ribs with this diagram. It will look something like this, right?
Oh yeah, we can feel it when we touch that part.
Yep, you guys could feel the ribs if you touch it. See, this would be what the ribs would look like. That's the ribs, all right? This diagram would show us the
Protect
ribs.
your heart, your lung, and your lung. Yes, anything more. I got a model of ribs, and it looks like it protects the intestines. I mean the stomach and stuff too.
Yeah, it does, because the stomach and the heart are also located near the ribs. The stomach is actually nearer to the heart than you think. You feel full at the belly, true, but the stomach is actually realistically more like here. It's more at your chest, somewhere like here-ish. So that's where your stomach is actually, not down there. It just feels like that. Now, breathing. We definitely need oxygen to breathe. Am I correct with this? We should be. We should all be on the same page when we need oxygen to breathe. Right, y'all? Okay, yeah. So we need oxygen to breathe. And when we breathe in, oxygen gas from the air moves into the blood vessels in the lungs. Blood here carries the oxygen to the heart and then to the other parts of the body. Now, as your body uses up oxygen, it makes carbon dioxide. And the blood carries the carbon dioxide back into the lungs. Now, we get rid of the carbon dioxide if we breathe out. If you breathe in, you're taking in oxygen. Try breathing in, and you would feel that your lungs are, you would feel that, you would feel a bit of a, you would, if you breathe in, you would feel a bit of a stretch in your body, in your rib cage, right? Try breathing in. Try. Breathe in. You can feel a bit of a stretch down the rib cage, right? Could you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is because of the diaphragm. The diaphragm will contract and moves downwards to compensate when the lungs get bigger to breathe in. Now, when you breathe out, it feels as if you're relaxed. Try breathing out. Try it.
So at
That's
that
why
time, like
It feels
the
way less
diet.
stressful, right?
that's why when I need confidence and I breathe like that, and then I feel a little bit more relaxed.
No, not that kind of relax. The muscle relax, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Muscle.
it breathing in, breathing out has its own effects to.
I don't feel anything.
So the lungs, like when we breathe out, those lungs get like kind of like smaller.
Yeah, the lung
So
gets smaller. Think about this. You know a sponge, right? You know what a sponge is, right? A sponge.
Kind of like SpongeBob. But I know.
Yeah. So look, the lungs are basically a sponge, but for air,
Oh,
right?
yeah, but it is kind of like a balloon, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like a balloon. Now, if you not pop the balloon, if you shrink that balloon and then breathe in, breathe out, it's like the lungs. Basically, the lungs. So, yeah, the lungs act like a balloon, but you can't pop it because it's in your body and it's protected by the rib cage and also many other things that's different. But yeah, the ribs also have a bit of an effect into this as well. You just don't feel it as much. So, now, We breathe in and out about 16 times every minute. Now, the number of times we breathe in and out in 1 minute is called our breathing rate. Our breathing rate changes depending on how much oxygen our body needs. So can anybody try to calculate their breathing rate? Anyone? Try it. You could multiply, you could try breathing in 15 seconds and then multiply that number by 4. Yeah, by 4. Anybody? Try it out, try it out.
Mine is 10 times 15 seconds, and mine is 40 times a minute.
That's a lot.
No, con tự ao mà.
That's quite a lot, I'd say.
Can you say it again?
That's quite a lot of breaths. 40 is a huge number when the average is 16. Right?
Wait, so we take 16 and add
No, that's
time
per
with-
minute. That's per minute. You breathe in 15 seconds, count how many times you breathe, and then multiply that by 4. So for example, if I breathe 5 times in 15 seconds, I multiply that by 4, and I get 20 times every minute, right? So 40 is a bit much because that's more than 2 times the average. So either you need a lot of oxygen or you are you just need a lot of oxygen or you're stressing out. Either one of those two. Now, very controversial. The reproductive system. Can anybody give me a quick response on what the reproductive system is?
Well, the reproductive system is where the female person gives birth, kind of.
Yeah, you basically reproduce. Have you ever asked how were you born? Not why, not when, but how?
I think we come inside our mama's body.
Well, look,
I think
that's you were born because of the reproductive system. We need a way to reproduce, as like every animal. Every animal needs a reproductive system, whether it is asexual or sexual. Asexual because if an animal were not to be able to be reproduced, they would die in 1 generation. They can't give birth to babies, which means that their population will decline. So, reproduction does matter in every single animal, and it is different for every animal. Now, wait, let me give you. Now, look, when you are born, you are very small. You were very small, right? Now, you can't walk, you can't talk, you can't stalk, you can't do anything that much. But you're different now. You could do all that. Maybe not stalking, but still. You can do a lot of things for yourself now. And continue to grow and develop, right? You continue. And not only you grow taller and heavier, but your body also changes in other ways too. Some of the changes means that you can be able to reproduce. This is called puberty. Now, puberty starts at different ages. In boys, it's 13. And in girls, it's 11. I don't know how. I don't really feel like it's 11, but I'm not
11.
I'm not sure for girls because I'm not a girl.
Not me.
I cannot confirm this. I can't confirm any of this. So yeah,
I
take
do not have
my
puberty.
opinions as a grain of salt. Now, the changes that happen during puberty do not happen all at once. That means once you get to 13, you won't instantly grow a beard. You won't instantly be able to reproduce. You won't instantly be able to grow 10 centimeters taller. No, no, no. It's not like that. Your body doesn't have a countdown when it grows. It slowly does that, and it produces more hormones. Now, you will notice that you will grow very fast. Boys can easily grow 10 centimeters in a year. I cannot prove or not prove this, unfortunately. And girls can grow up to 12 in a year. Again, I'm not a girl, so I cannot say whether this is true or not. So yeah. Now, one thing you also notice is that your body grows more armpits. In boys, hairs will grow on your face. This actually doesn't really happen at the early stages of puberty. Happens way later. And it just happens, it grows in other parts of the body. Grows similar as well, but not on the face. Now, your skin can get a bit oily, and boys and girls get pimples during puberty. Again, all this is from the textbook. I cannot give my own opinion on this because one, I haven't went through puberty. I don't think so. And two, it's a private matter. Three, I'm not a girl. So, a boy soldier's chest will get broader as the body muscles develop. His voice will change and become deeper. A girl's hips will get wider and she will start to develop breasts. Her voice will also become a bit deeper. Yeah, so your voice will become deeper, obviously. Now, we're gonna be in a bit touchy topic. So, if any of you guys get a little bit uncomfortable, sorry, you guys could either, if you guys are watching a YouTube video, you could stop the video a bit, or skip to the next section, or you could just skip this entire video if you want, because it's gonna get a bit touchy, and a bit sensitive for some people. Now, there are also a lot of important changes that take inside the bodies of boys and girls during puberty. These happen in the reproductive system for a boy to become a father and for a girl to become a mother when they're older. Now, the main job of a reproductive system is to make sex cells for reproduction, and in males, those are known as sperm. In females, they're called eggs. So, now, if everything goes according to plan, if you want a child, the sperm will go into the egg and it will start to fertilize the egg. Now this will slowly become a baby, and the woman gets pregnant for 9 months, 8 days. I'm not sure, maybe the other way around. Now, but yeah, it's called fertilization. Now, a boy's body starts to make sperm during puberty, and in girls, ova start to develop. So that's eggs. Ova and eggs are basically the same thing, by the way. Menstruation in girls starts about a year after puberty begins, and this is one. No, I don't think we won't have a game. If you guys do want, though, I could make something like a booklet at the end of the class. So yeah, that could be a good suggestion if you guys want that. But yeah, not now. I don't have the time to make a booklet or something like that. Now, menstruation happens once a month, but it's not regular until a girl is older. So, the male reproductive system. I wish this was not in our class. Whatever. I guess we'll have to learn this one day. So, the male reproductive system includes 2 testes, which produce a sperm, a sperm duct, which carries the sperm to the penis, and the penis, which transfers the sperm to the female's body. I will not comment on this because I do not want to. And then the female reproductive system, the ovaries, which produce the ova or egg cells, the uterus or womb, which the baby develops in, the oviduct, which is where the fertilization takes place, and a birth canal, which receives the sperm from the male through which the baby is born. I'm speed running through this section because I do not want to talk about it that much. Now, diseases. Have you guys ever had a disease?
Red eye?
Yes.
No, I just got ill a bit, but no disease for me.
COVID?
Red eye a disease, kind of?
Have any of you contacted COVID, maybe?
No.
got
Yes.
COVID-19.
Last time in COVID-19.
None of you guys got
yes.
COVID? That's actually kind of lucky. Also, I got COVID once. Did you
I
guys?
got COVID once
Me
I
too.
never. I never got them.
Did you guys ever have the common cold?
Yeah, I got a
No,
Sometime.
I got a cold, but only
Everyone
small.
got that.
I mean, all of you guys must have experienced at least one disease because diseases have a really broad meaning. Did you know that diarrhea could be considered a disease? Yeah, diarrhea is considered as a disease. So,
But what is it actually?
what is diarrhea?
Yeah, I know. I seen it in a
The
video.
best way to explain is that when you go to the bathroom, your feces get a bit too watery. That's the best explanation I could give it. All right. So yeah,
Oh, I know.
diabetes. Oh no, not diabetes. Diarrhea is a very common disease, and it is considered a disease. So more often than not, you guys just don't know it, but you guys have suffered from at least a disease in your life. What? You guys are sixth graders. Come on, you've experienced at
zero.
least a disease.
I got 0.
Okay, you're
I
just
got
lying at
0
this point.
bad disease.
You're just lying. Stop lying. Now,
No,
can
it's
anybody
true.
tell me? Can anybody explain to me what a disease is at first, without having a look at our page of our book?
It's like it's very.
disease,
It's like basically we have a sickness or like a disability.
Wouldn't necessarily call it disability, but
so
sickness,
it's a
right?
disease that comes from like sick things spread across people.
Yup. No, it doesn't need to spread. It doesn't need to spread. That is actually the definition of an infectious disease. So, for example, diabetes is not infectious, meaning that it cannot spread to other people. However, COVID-19 is an infectious disease. Now, chickenpox is infectious, meaning that if I had chickenpox and I could transmit this chickenpox to you, and you would have chickenpox. You could also transport chickenpox back to me if you wanted to. But more often than not, after you after you have chickenpox for a disease, you would most likely be immune to it because your body knows what to do against the disease if you survive. Sometimes that does.
Chickenpox cause death.
Yeah, what? May you ask that again? Can you say that again?
Yeah, does chickenpox cause death?
Well, in very, very bad cases, yes. Yes, it does. However, this is mostly a thing of the past. So you guys don't need to worry about it. It's mostly a thing of the past. It was, but yeah, most of the time chickenpox is really, really, really hard to die from. But it is deadly. It is lethal if it's bad enough. So, diseases stop our body from working properly, and there are different kinds of living things that cause disease. They infect other living things that grow and reproduce. Now, anything that lives or on or in the body is known as a parasite. Have you ever had a parasitic infection?
No,
Not.
I used to know about bug parasitic.
See, so some of you guys did have a parasitic infection.
Bugs. Oh yeah, I remember one disease, but a parasite disease, but I didn't get it.
What is it?
It's like a kind of like a bug lay an egg under your skin. Yuck.
So it's probably a worm. It's probably most likely a worm. Now, not all bacteria are harmful, right? Remember,
Yeah,
not
good
all
bacteria.
bacteria are harmful.
There are like some bacteria that actually help you.
Yes, you are correct. Some of them
Exactly.
actually live in you right now. They're inside your intestines, which is
I know.
a part of the reason why feces are really not good for you. There are a lot of bacteria in there. Even if it's healthy, just don't try to contact with it. Now, actually, viruses are even smaller than bacteria. And all viruses are harmful. They are not like bacteria, and they affect every single living organisms. Actually, viruses can actually infect bacteria. That did happen. Really, yeah.
So COVID-19 is a coronavirus.
Yep, COVID-19 is a virus because it easily transmits to other people. And actually, scientists to this day still debate on whether viruses are actually alive or not. Viruses could be alive for all we know, but some scientists argue that they are not because they don't meet the respected things that would call something alive. It needs to depend on itself. It doesn't. So yeah. Now, all viruses are. Okay. Now, finally, we have funguses. Fungi are really harmful for you. Most are. They cause fungal infections and they can spread really quickly. Now, have you ever seen a mushroom? Have you
Yes. In my lunch.
We did.
I saw it in my food.
That's a fungus. That's a fungi. That's fungi. Don't worry. Mushrooms will not infect you. They're just fungi and they're not dangerous. Most of the time they are confirmed to be safe.
Like tofu.
Now,
May I ask a question, please?
Some mushroom is dangerous.
I'm not sure more dangerous.
Yes,
culture
chicken.
mushrooms
yeah, some
are-
mushrooms
they're-
are dangerous, but they won't give you a fungal infection. A
Can I
fungal
ask a
infection
question,
only
please?
happens when the fungi spread to you. And in fact, fungi spread really fast, but they're really not that lethal because they don't have that strong an ability to make you sick. Yeah? What?
Is a fungi some kind of living thing?
Some mushroom is poison.
It's like if viruses, like they infect bacteria and the bacteria infect us, so what will happen to us?
Yes.
Good question. It really depends on the type of bacteria and virus. So, really depends. Again, there's a lot of things that there's a lot of requirements and a lot of different kinds of viruses that could go into bacteria, and you're not even sure that bacteria goes into your body. For example, you could have amoeba that gets killed by a virus, but that amoeba kills your brain. It just kills you. So it really depends. But still, the fact that you eat bread that's made of fungi, that's not disgusting because you need that yeast. Yeast is important. Now, ringworm in humans, and a ringworm is also a disease that you guys might know. Athlete's foot and humans and rusty plants are both caused by fungi. There are also parasites that cause infectious diseases. Now,
I know.
It like some things in our body that cause us to like hurt our stomach ache, cause stomach ache.
And I know a kind of bug that lays eggs in a human, under the human skin, like
what is it
worm.
called? Is it a worm?
Maybe.
I remember that I seen it.
All right. I'll you guys can check that out if you guys want to, but we'll continue. So, let's talk about our body's defenses against diseases. Now, our body has many different ways to stop us from being infected. We call this defenses. Tears are actually used to kill bacteria, actually. So, try crying. So, if you cry, just know that you might kill some bacteria.
Yeah,
Now,
I tried.
mucus, have you ever picked your nose and seen those, like, have you ever seen those, like, boogers in your nose? That's
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
dry mucus. So that mucus actually traps germs, and when we get the mucus out, well, it's out. That germ is out from our body. Our skin
but
is actually a good defense against the body, against germs.
yeah, but if like the booger sticks on our hands all the time, does the bacteria like spread on our hands before we wipe it out?
Just take a shower.
Oh, okay.
Didn't get that. Could you try again?
Oh my god. Sorry. Sorry. So now, yeah, so skin is actually a really good way to stop germs from coming into the body. And finally, acid. Acid acid burns. It burns. So it burns the bacteria up, it cooks it up, literally and figuratively. So you have a lot of defenses against bacteria. You also have an entire immune system dedicated against this. Now, finally, to control the spread of diseases, we need to find many methods, such as, first of all, wash your hands. I swear, whenever you hear in the news that there is an infectious disease, wash your hands. This is very useful, and with soap and water, because soap kills 99.9% of the germs. And I will swear to God, I want you guys to ask what the 0.01. In fact, that does not really matter. That's very minuscule. But still, remember to wash your hands. Remember to keep bodily fluids away from other people. And remember to dry your hands well and do all of that stuff. And if the disease has already went very, very public, and for example, COVID-19 or smallpox, all those poxes, well, you need to lock yourself down. Please wait. Please wait. Yeah.
What if like the soap is like it is out of the limit time?
What do you mean by that?
I mean that it kind of expired, out of date.
Oh.
Yeah, the soap is expired. What happened?
Soap, the thing is that, first of all, you should not be buying that much soap to the point where your soap gets expired. So even then, if you really need to, you can throw out that soap and get a new bar. Soap is actually very cheap. Remember, a bar of soap is very cheap. So throwing it out doesn't really matter for you in price.
Yeah, but well, if we just don't notice it is expired, what will just happen to our hands? Does our germs get killed?
No. It still works as usual. It really depends on like what you're looking for, because the best buy date is what usually we see, and we assume it's expiry date. It isn't, and most of the things work okay when it's past its expiry date. After its expiry date, it's sometimes mostly okay.
Okay.
Sorry for that, but yeah, just remember that that if you guys are in a situation where you have an infectious disease, remember to lock yourself down. Do not let other people come into your home. Wait until the news says that there's a vaccine, and then you should be able to come out. Not that you should come out the second they say that there's a vaccine. Just be more cautious about your surroundings when you are in the infectious disease. So yeah, that's it for today. Hope you guys have a good day, and